What's up, gamers, esteemed gentlemen, gentlewomen, Taco Ball sports fans? In our modern age, I feel like everybody could use healthy habits to kind of keep track of all the chaos. Lord knows I do. Now, if you've been on the internet, especially specifically on Pinterest.com, you will have seen one of these images before. A spread of miscellaneous, goofy little objects on a wooden background, arranged in a pleasing manner to make what appears to be a man charcuterie board. Ah yes, I, a man, frequently snack on knives and compasses and other knives when I am feeling peckish. Now these images, while they are cool, are actually part of a unique life-hacking subculture that I guarantee a lot of you lovely viewers have never heard about. This wonderful hobby known as EDC is one of the simplest, but in my opinion, most impactful little habits that you as a person in this day and age can do. As a man who frequently obsesses over miscellaneous metal objects, I have been completely filled with glorious purpose, and I have a deep intrinsic desire to spread the word of this simple but surprisingly satisfying hobby to all the souls who are willing to listen. And I guarantee that if you follow along, you'll gain a little bit of insight on how to keep more organized on your day-to-day, how to keep yourself from forgetting items ever again, and help you be prepared for the little things of life. Thanks as always for the support. Let's get into it. So, what is EDC? And why am I trying to shill it to you guys like it's a pyramid scheme? Well, let's start with some background. EDC, or everyday carry, is a practice that has technically existed for thousands and thousands of years in the form of our ancestors carrying around sharp rocks just in case they ever needed to have a sharp rock. In modern times, a lot of women use purses and a lot of men use their left pocket for some reason, but in recent decades it has solidified into its own kind of subculture. Now I know that phrase everyday carry, I know what that connotates. A lot of it, especially the more extreme versions of it, does have root in survival kits and self-defense, which is why 9 times out of 10 these null EDC spreads will have at least one weapon or a sharp object of some kind. Oi Bob, where are you going, Bob? It's not about guns, okay? I promise. The core purpose behind having an EDC is to be prepared, or to be an asset instead of a liability, according to Wikipedia, whatever that means. Essentially, an EDC is a kit or loadout, I guess you could think of it, that you keep on your person every day. Oh my god, he said the thing. Now I know this seems like a pretty obvious thing to do anyway. Were we all doing this like just when we were like getting ready for school in the morning? So that does beg the question, why should you do it? If you're not a Navy SEAL or a survivalist or an insane person who collects canned food in case of a zombie apocalypse, what is the point of carrying all this useless shit? I don't want to own a pocket knife. Oh, you're gonna gut a fish on your lunch break or something? There's no reason for me to carry on an adhesive or measuring tape. I already measured my shit 2 years ago. It's useless. Well, that's the thing. It's not useless, depending on whose EDC it's in. EDC is just for people who want to think a little bit deeper about normal everyday survival, which is admittedly a lot less high stakes than the plot of Hatchet, but it's equally useful. For every single item that I have in my EDC, even the just-in-case ones, I can recall times when I've had to use them. And that's the first reason why I have an EDC, because I got tired of being in situations where I thought, if only I had a piece of tape to put up this poster, or a pen to write down this person's number, or a way to open this godforsaken Amazon prison realm-ass box that uses Spider-Man's shot ropes to hold it together. EDC provides a systematic, standardized, and meaningful way to look at the objects I carry with me that keeps me organized and prepared for my unique little challenges. Advanced getting ready for school. If getting ready for school for advanced users. But one aspect of EDC that I don't see a lot of people in the hobby talk about, it's not just the items themselves that hang off your belt that matter. The belt that they hang off of matters too. Well, it's a good thing this video is sponsored by Anson Belt & Buckle. Anson, friend of the channel, is a family-run company that basically reinvented the belt. I know some of you Taco Ball sports fans are already avid fans. For those of you who aren't quite yet, allow me to introduce you. Instead of holes, Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system with 1/4-inch increments. This lets you finely adjust the tightness of your belt perfectly to your unique belt line. And it gives you a perfect fit every single time. And a perfect sound to boot, if that's something you care about. I personally like it. Anson SMR, if you will. And just like your unique EDC, all of their belts are customizable to be one size fits all. It's like they're tailored perfectly for you. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not all. You thought I was done? Oh no, we're just getting started. Have you ever gotten tired of a buckle? Want to try a new look? Well, guess what? The buckles on Anson's belts are interchangeable. You can literally quick swap your buckles out to make different combos. Plus, it's a sturdy mechanism designed to stay in place whatever adventure you're on. The box set that Anson was kind enough to send my way came with 3 belts and 3 buckles, which, if you do a little mental mental math means that I've got 9 belt combinations to play around with. Plus, some of their belts come with unique features. One of the belts I chose came with a pocket, and another one I got was one of their Invincible, which is their toughest, most durable belt. Mine's also water resistant. I can confidently attest that Anson's belts are high quality. I love their belts. I'm wearing one right now. I'm probably wearing one in most of my recent videos. Whether you want something formal, something casual, or something that will help you brave the wilds, whatever situation you're looking for, whatever kit you've got, I guarantee Anson has a belt and buckle for you. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to build a box set, you'll get 2 bonus pieces, a buckle and a strap, completely free. 3 buckles and 3 straps, which again can be mixed and matched to make a total of 9 belt combinations, all in one box. It's an exclusive deal that you won't get anywhere else, so make sure to click that link and upgrade your everyday look today. Thanks again to Anson for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to the stuff that we put on your belt. So where were we? Now, at this point in the video, between a mix of my absolutely shitboxed rhetoric and an editing style that would make most Victorian children want to blow their brains out, I'm sure you, the viewer, are absolutely shaking with curiosity and wondering, oh my god, Mr. Balls, this is such a unique and exciting hobby. How do I get myself started in it? Well, while a big part of my appreciation for EDC comes from my love of objects, funny enough, in a hobby seemingly centered around objects, that's actually not the core tenet. The core tenet is purpose. Specifically, what unique roles in your day-to-day life need to be filled? Are you a student, a first responder, a hiker? Are you a man, a woman, a child? Would you rather not say? Don't worry, this channel is a safe space, not a job application. Also consider, what is the purpose? Urban navigation, just general preparedness, something medical related, being better at your job, self-defense, having snacks and water at all times? Or do you just want to hoard metal objects like a corvid? But depending on your unique challenges and your unique skill set, your EDC could look drastically different from somebody else's. After you figure that out, the next thing you want to do is think about how you want it to be packaged. Most people have an on-person EDC, but you can also supplement it with an additional bag EDC if you need, like one that you keep in your car that has like medical supplies, window breakers, seatbelt cutters, toilet paper in case this happens.
I pooped my pants.
But if you're just starting out, I recommend that you just start by thinking about your on-person EDC. The most important point you want to get to is that you make sure that you have the skills to responsibly use your EDC as best as possible. Especially if your EDC contains things like medical equipment, CCWs, pocket knives. I would not add something to my EDC that I don't know how to use. Plus, as somebody with an attention deficit work, having an EDC helps me remember things. I don't often forget my things at home anymore. I used to do it all the time, but now that I have an EDC system, the only thing I forget is other stuff like what day it is or when my homework is due. So now I want to give you an idea of what an EDC looks like by showing you my EDC. This is definitely not just an excuse for me to show off the objects that are my favorite. And at the same time, I'm going to be giving you the method to help keep your EDC organized. So when a cop pulls you over, you can hurriedly take out the right item as fast as possible. I feel like don't do that. Okay, don't do that. And this method is an acronym. Now, I'm not just talking about a simple acronym for individual objects. Rather, use categories. This acronym of categories, just like the size and themes of your kit, will vary. Here are the categories that I use. Outfit. Now, this is kind of an unconventional starter for EDC, but if you have seen any of my other videos, you will know that this is something that I value. As a person who takes care and consideration when thinking about how I dress, this is the first thing in my list of priorities. Go to this playlist to see more videos about how I think about fashion. Grid. My next prioritized category are objects that help me navigate an urban setting. So some examples, the very obvious one, something with a Wi-Fi connection. Something that gives me purchasing power in case I get hungry. This usually takes the form of my wallet, but in rare cases, it can take the form of briefcases full of $1 million. A power bank in case my phone decides to commit, no longer want to be awake. This category is one of the biggest things I think of when I go to the airport. Up next is utility. For me, being able to cut open packages, cut paper, cut tape, fabric, seat belts, being able to tape things together, being able to bend, pry, or screw things. This is a priority for me because I'm a very DIY-centric person, but also because I tend to need these tools more than I initially thought I ever would. And out of all these EDC categories, this is the category that I rarely use, but it's the one that if I forget it and I need it, it's the one that I regret the most. Some things that are in this category, obviously, multi-tool, carabiners, a lighter, pocket knife. One thing that I have been meaning to add to my EDC is a tourniquet, which might seem like an outlandish thing to have, but honestly, it's such a small object anyways, and I think I would like to have the option available in case my homie sneezes too hard and his arm comes off or something, or if he's bleeding from his dick, I can wrap it in a tourniquet instead of using my mouth. Records! I like to journal, and I frequently have times where I have to write down like an idea or a note, or just to get like something down, and so I carry around this. I have a pocket notebook, and I taped a pen to it. For example, in this notebook is actually the original notes I have when I was thinking of this acronym. A unique situation that I found myself using this category for was when my boss's toddler wanted to draw something, so I just like gave her the notebook and the pen. It's like, you'll be using these objects in the darndest ways. I used this to cut an apple in class the other day. Don't tell my teacher. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Industry. All right, this one relates to my personal work, school, or my job. My name tag for my part-time. If I had a textbook, it would also go in this category, but I go to a art school where we don't read or do math. In this category is also my hard drive of Taco Bell's secrets. Basically anything that I need to do whatever it is that I contribute to society. All right, consumables. This is very self-explanatory. If this item would be a consumable in a game, then it goes here. It's very situation dependent, but I generally always carry at least a water bottle with me. Food, water, medicine, lotions maybe. Recently, I added breath mints to this category. And I also added ibuprofen because I'm recovering from a injury. I guess the CIA didn't like my last video about the gender war, so they activated the nanomachines in my spine. Or if I'm going to a party, I bring water, Tylenol, and personal shooter. Accessories. Now, this one is also self-explanatory, and I know that this one kind of overlaps with the outfit category a bit, but for me personally, I've historically forgotten things like watches and bracelets very often. For me, this is a part of my personal acronym. But yeah, bracelets, hats, belt attachments, the belt itself, link in description, maybe a crossbody bag, and finally, play. This is for like entertainment stuff. Earbuds for listening to music, or a deck of cards. I like to fidget with things, so I often have a coin. The Bali song that I mentioned earlier. And also these IKEA rats. And that's it. That's all my categories. So whenever I'm getting ready for the day or I'm grabbing my EDC, I quickly run through this acronym in my head just to make sure that I've got everything I need. To make your own acronym, first you write down all the categories that you want to prioritize. Then you think of a word that you like that has the same number of letters as the number of categories. Then you just find synonyms for those categories and fit them into the word. Boom, acronym, let's go, baby. As an example, here's another acronym that I could have used that uses the same categories but arranged slightly different. This is my EDC. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This aspect is what really elevates a kit. From just being a pile of what appears to be random like shit to your unique pile of shit. Remember, the only people who think a shit smells bad are the people who didn't lay the shit. And that's extra true here. Another reason why I personally love EDC is because I have a soft spot for shiny little guys. And this hobby is just another way for me to express that love and care for my unique objects. And that's one of the tenets that you should have in your personal life anyways. Always stay whimsy and joy. Yay. So now that you've all been successfully converted to the dutiful religion of EDC, go my disciples, use your kits for your unique purposes and spread the word like it's a pyramid scheme. Share the glory of your miscellaneous metal objects with all your friends and family. And I'm almost positive that a lot of your guys' dads probably already do this, so go ask them about it. If you have an EDC already, or you decided to make one based on this video, please share in the comments. I swear I'm not just trying to trick you guys into engaging with the video. I'm very curious to see what other people come up with. Once again, click that link in the description to get yourself 3 belts and 3 buckles from Anson. Highly recommend. Have a marvelous Sunday, everybody. Don't get injured.